later in this episode.
Look at all those girls dancing. Yeah, look at them go. Look at them go.
But first,
people have a lot of feelings about Universal Studios.
Especially on the internet.
Well, we found our favorite 1-star Yelp reviews and are putting them to the test.
1 star?
Yes.
You swore it would be 5-star this time.
All right, here's how this is gonna work. Our amazing AllEars.net team, they are doing dramatic readings of our favorite 1-star Yelp reviews. But Quincy has no idea what these reviews are actually for.
This way.
Okay, so I'm gonna read them off and you have to guess. 2 points if you get it after the first review. 1 point if you get it after the second review.
Okay.
But if you guess at any point and you are wrong, that is 0 points.
Don't worry about it, I'm getting a perfect score today.
Let's find out. All right, you tell me when you're ready.
No, don't mind me. You just go ahead.
Are you gonna do makeup while I read reviews?
Yes.
This video is not sponsored by Sephora.
I got this stuff at MAC.
Oh, well, that's...
Also not sponsored by MAC. I'm getting my perfect score today. I'm telling you right now.
You're not...
This is my perfect score.
I hope you're right. I really hope you're right.
Me too.
Roll the first clip.
Horrible. Worst ride in the park. And the only one we didn't enjoy. The ride jerks and has sudden stops that hurt my chest and neck. I am surprised lawyers don't hand out business cards at the ride's exit. Part of the ride is very scary, so some may enjoy that experience.
I'm gonna make a guess.
You're all ready? Girl.
I'm just gonna
Blow it.
I'm just gonna blow it on the first one. Because this, honestly, there are many rides, so this could be. Parts of the ride are scary.
Hey, also, don't you love this, like, gorgeous water ASMR, like, happening while we're doing this?
Our editors
no. Hate it.
He's like, this is
hate it. But this is the only place we can find that was quiet with shade. But the relaxing rushing waters.
Jerks and has sudden stops that hurt my back and neck. I'm gonna go with a really wild guess on this one.
It's your funeral.
Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts.
No. I even tried to give you a hint when I said that's your funeral.
It's Mummy, isn't it?
Yes.
That was my other guess.
It was Mummy.
Man.
That means immediately you're down to 18.
Can I still get my high score? Because I've never done 19 before. No, because
you got it wrong the first time. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Now go watch any other video.
All right, Islands of Adventure, I'm getting my perfect score.
All right. Just for fun, let's roll the second clip because I actually love this review. The day I rode the single rider line was closed. My 8-year-old gets scared sitting next to strangers, but I tell her it's less terrifying than a long wait. Also, no retakes. My eyes were closed when the picture was taken on the ride. I had planned on a nice souvenir. I asked to ride again to get a better picture, but I was told I'd have to re-wait in line. However, real fire. Whomever decided to stick it to the lawyers and add real fire deserves an attaboy. Sure, some gal with too much Aquanet in her hair that day could go up like a Roman candle, but the chances of that are slim.
Who is this person?
I don't know.
Did you write that?
No, but I think it's very funny. Let's go to the Mummy.
Our next stop is the Revenge of the Mummy attraction. This is a roller coaster, a story coaster that takes you into the set of the Mummy that has been cursed, and things start to get a little wonky, things start to get a little real. Emotep, the Mummy might attack, there might be fire, there might be crazy coaster moments. It is thrilling, it is so much fun, it is not an overly intense coaster, but it does have an amazing story, amazing effects, and has really stood the test of time. Plus it has Brendan Fraser, and he really needs his cup of coffee. So this is a favorite of mine, and I'm excited to reenact it.
Mom?
I'm Quincy.
I'm Sage.
And this is
Ludicrous.
Revenge of the Mummy.
Oh man, I like Ludicrous. You know, there's rumors about the set being cursed, but the curse isn't real. Also, I really need my coffee.
You gotta get out of here! The curse! It's real!
Silence. Something about I am bad guy. I'm gonna steal your souls. There was nothing before me. I am the ultimate mummy. Ha 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 ha.
Oh no, the wall is dropping!
Oh no, no. Oh, I guess we stopped. Ah! No! Ah!
Coaster, coaster, coaster.
Ah! landing.
Thank you for riding the mummy. Hope you had a great time.
It's over.
And now you can get off the ride. And then...
It was a joke. Fire. Go, your soul is mine.
Now once again, at this point in the ride vehicle does go inside of Emotep's mouth.
I'm not putting you in my mouth.
He's not doing it.
No.
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 No. Coaster part.
Hope you guys enjoyed the ride. It would have been a lot better if I had got my cup of coffee.
I love this ride.
And that's it.
I love it.
But we want to say why you like it?
Yeah, I'll say why.
Hey.
This is such a fun attraction. It is a story coaster before they called things story coasters.
Yeah.
The Mummy is one of my favorite movies. It's in my top 5, for real. I also love The Mummy.
Top 5, wait, what is that? Does that mean like in Florida or in the world?
The Mummy movie is in my top 5 movies of all time.
Oh, I thought you meant the ride.
No, the ride is not. No, ride, I don't know where the ride would sit on my ranking. But the movie is in my top 5 movies of all time. I love this movie. I love the vibes. And I think the story of this ride is so incredible with that, like, there's a curse on the movie set. The fact that you get to see Brendan Fraser, and the fact that it is this mix of, like, coaster and scenes. And unlike many Universal rides that get a lot of complaining, there isn't really a simulator portion. It's all physical effects, physical scenes, animatronics, real fire.
Real fire.
Real fire. So this one for me, hands down, no contest. This is my favorite ride in this park, even better than Gringotts. It's one of my favorite rides at Universal. It's gonna be a 5 out of 5 on Quill.
This narrative does go back to what Universal originally was supposed to be, similar to, you know, how Hollywood Studios is different from when it was MGM Studios. This was operating as like a movie park, and it showed you how they do things behind the scenes, which is why it's like basically you're stepping onto the set of the Mummy as opposed to just entering the world of the Mummy. You're on the set of the Mummy, and it turns out that basically, you know, one of their props was real, and now it's taken over the set, and it's this whole thing. It's cursed
the Mummy. Emotep is there now. He's alive.
It's very meta. It is not my favorite ride here, but I do really enjoy it. So I am going to give this a 4 out of 5. I'm honestly curious. Why did I give it a 4 out of 5? Like, what was it about?
You do think it's just because it's not your favorite? There's something you like better?
Yeah, maybe just like...
That doesn't mean that it can't be a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, you're right. It is a little dated. Nah, you know what? I'll bump it up. 5 out of 5.
Yay! Perfect score! Unlike me.
Second one, roll the clip.
The graphics were very old and outdated, which is why I had to close my eyes almost immediately. It felt like a cheap carnival ride. It was very jerky and extremely nauseating. If you get motion sickness at all, I highly recommend avoiding this ride.
Simpsons?
It was!
I feel the same way.
I like it.
I like Simpsons.
Sometimes.
It makes me very sick.
Alright, roll the second clip just for fun.
Top row, last car on the back row is a terrible show. I literally saw nothing except the sidewall of the car and an outline of the guy in front of me. I'm sure that other riders have had a better experience, but the extreme seats are totally unacceptable.
The problem with the Simpsons ride is it's really, one thing I do to combat motion sickness is I look for things that aren't moving. And the Simpsons ride, because of the high walls in the cars, it's very hard to look past the screen, which is good for immersion and bad for motion sickness.
So the Simpsons. Springfield, USA. The home of 3-eyed fishes.
Yeah, well, the radiation poisoning's pretty intense here.
The Yelp review itself was just referring to the Simpsons ride, but actually there's a full Simpsons land. There's kind of a cafeteria in there where you in this location right here where you can find different variety of foods, like the Cletus's Chicken Shack. We can get chicken sandwiches. There's the Frying Dutchman. It's more seafood based. They even have a full Duff beer bar. It is a full bar. You can grab like, I don't know.
I love it there.
Okay.
Emma and I, so something I haven't told you is that many times when Emma and I schedule videos at Universal, we sit for an hour, 2 hours. Yeah. Duff is one of the places that we do that.
But you can grab Duff beer as well as
just a variety of beverages. But we're moving on to the actual Simpsons ride. The Simpsons ride is a motion simulator ride where you hop into your very own little Simpsons car and you basically just cause chaos all around.
You don't cause chaos.
Well, you're trying. Okay, all right.
Well,
Sideshow
caused unto you.
Sideshow Bob causes chaos, but you then also cause chaos. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun Easter eggs. At one point, you're like kind of going through SeaWorld at one point.
My favorite thing about this ride is that it makes a lot of fun of Disney attractions.
Yes.
There's a Pirates of the Caribbean with dinosaurs.
And like a Small World attraction. It is a 35-minute wait. On average, that's about right. We're not going to ride it today.
Well, it makes me motion sick, but you know what we could do?
What? Okay, are you sure? We only have we only have so many.
I'm feeling good about this reenactment.
God, I don't know if I remember it.
I'm Quincy, and I will be playing the entire Simpsons family.
Oh, okay. I'm Sage, and I will be playing Sideshow Bob and I guess everything else. I've escaped from prison.
Hi, Sideshow Bob.
I'm gonna kill the Simpson family.
We're having a great day at the theme park.
I'm Sideshow Bob.
This roller coaster's physics don't work. Oh!
It's a tiny world sometimes.
Oh, this ride's for kids.
It's a tiny world sometimes. I am large panda. I pick you up. Arr, matey.
Crashing through the wall. Wow.
Space, I think.
It's King Kodos.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I did not drop. My knees.
Wow.
Goo goo gaga.
Radioactive Maggie.
She puts the riders in her mouth.
No.
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 No. Bum, 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 ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da.
No.
Ba-da-da-da.
Well, that happened exactly how the ride happened.
Basically, you experience the ride just from the comfort of your home.
Yeah. So no Neeson denied it. No Neeson denied it.
Simpsons for me, this is a motion sickness inducing ride for sure.
Yeah.
But it is one that I do often brave. I am motion sickness prone. This ride is rough on the motion sickness, but it's not so rough that I can't recover after I'm off it by just like sitting for a few minutes.
Yeah.
I think that the ride itself is so fun. It's more unique as a simulator because you're actually like lifted up into a huge screen.
Dome.
Huge like dome screen, yeah. It's really immersive. And it's also funny and fun because it's The Simpsons. It is not like one of my favorite rides, but I do think it's a must-do just because Universal Studios doesn't have that many rides, and this one is kind of a good one. And usually the wait isn't that long. So I'm a fan of The Simpsons ride. I do it often, and I think that I like it. And I'm gonna withhold my Quelp until he's ready for sale.
Because I actually don't think it's a must-do. While I do really enjoy this ride, I think if it was, you know, taking my bias out of it, if I had the choice between this and grabbing a drink at Finnegan's or going to see a horror makeup show or the Jason Bourne Stuntacular, I would always do that over this.
Which you'll notice didn't have a single 1-star review in our video.
Not even one. So I will say, also as someone who does not easily get motion sickness, the reason I enjoy this ride is just for the comedy alone and the nostalgia. I didn't really grow up with The Simpsons, but I know like a lot of people that did, and I know like it's got that like fun, kind of like winking at the adults charm, which I like a lot. It's comedy driven. It is not a must do, but I am going to give this a 3.
I was going to give it a 3 as well.
But interesting that yours is a must do and mine is
Well, 3 means, I think mine is a must do relative to the amount of things available to do in this park as a rides person.
Number 3. Roll the clip.
The food was despicably horrible. The meals we ordered were not for human consumption. There was just too much salt. But hey, everyone has different taste preferences, but overall, the quality was just really bad. One and done.
Second review.
You sure?
Yes.
You don't want to
All right, well that's on you.
Well, but what if I get it wrong?
I don't know. I mean, there was a pretty solid giveaway.
I have a guess. Should I guess?
Yeah, I mean, not if you want to get your worst score ever.
I'm gonna guess. You peer pressured me.
Oh gosh. Make sure you're listening to every word.
The food was despicably horrible.
Food was despicably horrible. Aren't you a writer? Don't you pay attention to words?
Despicably horrible.
I'm gonna go with, and I think this is wrong. I'm gonna go with 3 broomsticks.
Quincy, no. Food was despicably horrible.
I like the food at Minion Cafe.
Oh. Roll the second clip.
The food was interesting, to say the least. I had tried the grilled cheese and tomato soup. The pimento in the sandwich was a bit much, and I doubt many kids would enjoy it because of that. It also didn't taste like tomato. It was a little spicy and it didn't have any of the noted gummy bears. I have a feeling the restaurant will have to change the menu in 5 to 12 months' time just to make some money because so much of the menu makes me not want to eat there, and I'm not a picky eater at all.
I like the menu at Minion Cafe.
Yeah?
And Emma loves that tomato soup.
How's your makeup?
What are you talking about? One of the newest restaurants at Universal Orlando is Minion Cafe. Minion Cafe is a Despicable Me themed restaurant located in Minion Land right as you enter the park. You'll find a bunch of more unique offerings here at Minion Cafe. It is a pretty large restaurant, lots of indoor space, a good amount of outdoor seating as well, and they've got a fun menu with lots of different options, things that kids will love that are really eye-catching. But one thing I love about this restaurant is the variety actually does feel like variety. There is stuff like salmon on the menu, there's a roast beef sandwich which I really love, a giant calzone is available. The grilled cheese has pimento cheese on it. They've just done some really interesting stuff with this menu. But because of that, I actually would not recommend this spot for most picky eaters. There are some good things here that you can find for picky eaters, like their mac and cheese is pretty basic.
That looks amazing.
That's new, and I have had it, and it is very good. But there's just a lot of really interesting, more unique options on this menu. Plus, it's in the air conditioning, and as long as you don't go at peak lunchtime, you can usually find a seat pretty easily. So this is now, since it's opening, my go-to. And you can trust me, because I ate the entire menu by myself when it opened because nobody else was available. So I came here alone and I ate everything on the menu with so much Tupperware that it was embarrassing.
Was it because no one else was available?
You were not available. It was a Saturday.
And you still chose to go by yourself?
No one was available. Have you even eaten here?
I have not, because honestly, I've been too afraid.
I think you'd like it.
Now,
What do you fear? Minions?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. What?
Hello.
No, not you. No, absolutely not. No, the thing I fear is, like, honestly, because I am a little bit of a picky eater. Like, it's not an intense picky eater, but like, I don't want gummy bears in my tomato soup. You know, like things like that.
Yeah.
I feel like, at first glance, why I haven't been yet, you come here for the experience of like, hey, I can get a banana flavored relish on my turkey and meatball cannoli, you know, like.
You will like the food here. You will like almost all the food here.
Looking at the menu, I'm like, oh, okay, actually, no, I should give this place a shot.
And I actually think most people would like most of the food here. They do have what you're saying. There's like a gummy bear on the tomato soup. There's sometimes weird little accompaniments, but they're very like tiny. Like they're garnishes for a little bit of fun, just like a lot of themed food. Most of the food here is actually way more basic than it sounds. The ropa de vieja is very basic.
One more time.
The ropa de vieja is very basic. The roast beef sandwich, very basic. And honestly, that's what I would recommend as well. I love that thing. It comes with so much cheese sauce. It's delicious. And I get the salmon often. Honestly, my biggest problem with this restaurant is there is a bit of inconsistency to how well things are cooked. Some stuff is good every time. Like for instance, the grilled cheese that is a pimento grilled cheese.
That sounds amazing.
You would die.
I
It's
love
so good. It's so good. That one, delicious. Every single time. The coconut rice is often undercooked, and I don't even love the coconut rice as is. Often undercooked. But yeah, mini parfait, it is my go-to spot in this park. Like, hands down. It just does have a consistency issue for me. It's gonna get a 4 out of 5.
I'm not gonna rate this one because I haven't eaten here yet, but I'm excited for our perfect day!
When we eat here, what was the other thing we're doing?
The Leaky Cauldron.
We're basically just eating.
Drinks at Finnegan's. Well, we need a lunch and a dinner.
Yeah, true.
But also, my favorite perfect days at Universal is always ending at City Walk.
He loves a bit of mini golf.
I do. And you called me on it. And
I called him. I get him every time.
You get him every time. I cheat. I do.
Are you listening or are you primping?
Yes.
I still hate this ride. The only saving grace is the queue. Go for the queue and then leave. I just don't think he's funny. He's certainly not Asian.
I mean, it's Jimmy Fallon.
It is. I think the Asian is in reference to the panda, the hashtag the dancing panda.
I should write a 1-star review for the Jimmy Fallon ride.
Go for it. You give us your best 1-star Yelp review right now.
I used to like Jimmy Fallon.
No, but you gotta pretend to type.
I used to.
Okay, wait a minute. Never mind, just do it the normal way.
I used to like Jimmy Fallon. I used to like him moderate amount, just as much as anybody likes Jimmy Fallon. I rode this ride. I got so sick I had to lay down in the grass in a theme park. And I had to say no to free arepas I was being offered because I was so sick.
Not the arepas.
And then I was like, well, I hated that. I think I didn't think that it had an effect on my feelings for Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon hosted the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade that year, which is one of my favorite parts of the whole year. I love watching the parade.
Yeah.
And he came on the screen and I turned it off because his face made me mad. And now Jimmy Fallon is my arch nemesis. He doesn't know. Unless you watch more videos.
I have personal experience with Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy, if you're watching this, you're a great dude.
No, you're not.
He is a very kind individual.
Who is that ride for?
He's very excitable.
The ride is for Jimmy Fallon.
Of course it is. I built a ride for myself.
It's true, and I would rag on it as well.
Well, you're not invited. He when we are in small time working together, he showed up and he was like, "Wow, this is incredible." I'm like, I'm freaking out, man. He's a good guy. Just the ride is unfortunate.
I hate you, Jimmy.
Jimmy, if you're watching this, she doesn't mean it.
Jimmy, if you're watching this, fight me in a parking lot.
You put on your lip stain.
Yeah.
Next up on our list, we have Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon, which again is another motion simulator attraction. You are basically welcomed into NBC Studios. You get to see Tonight Show hosts from the past and present, and then you basically enter one of the theaters, and the entire theater moves, and it's 3D. It's it's a lot. It's definitely, well, we'll get into it, but that's the premise of the ride. I said, "Hey Quincy, let's do a reenactment of Jimmy Fallon." And she said,
I won't do it. I won't do it. It's in my rider that I will not do it.
Your rider.
And I need green M&Ms.
Yeah. Okay, so here are my honest thoughts. I think the issue is, truly, I think, and I know because I was there for the opening and the original and all the things. I think the issue came down to marketing and what they called it. Had they called it the Tonight Show Experience or something like that, and had it been more of like a, hey, you can come into the queue and see all the cool artifacts and hear the ragtime gal sing and meet a hashtag the dancing panda, and if you want, you can ride this 3D simulator attraction and have it be just dedicated to the Tonight Show. I think that would have been a lot more palatable, and just people love the Tonight Show, so I think people would have gravitated more towards that than opposed to Jimmy Fallon, the motion simulator attraction where you're racing through New York. It's just not a great ride, especially because you have to you have to know New York as well.
You have to know New York. You have to know
you're
the
racing
Tonight
through
Show.
you're racing through the subway. You're racing through
It's full of jokes that you'll understand if
you're a
avidly
New
watch
Yorker.
the Tonight Show and if you're a New Yorker.
Yeah.
But as someone who I've been to New York many times. I know about New York as much as you can without living in New York. I don't understand any of the New York bits as someone who hasn't been there. And the Tonight Show bits, I love watching clips of Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show. I love watching clips that you see on Instagram. I vaguely know of the existence of the panda. I don't know anything about that thing about him being a teenage girl. I don't know anything about
teenage girl. Oh,
yes. Yeah, and she's in this. I don't know anything about hashtag the panda besides the panda exists. That stuff just doesn't. It feels like it's the whole ride feels like an inside joke
that no one was invited to.
That no one was invited to unless you were the most avid Tonight Show fan ever.
Yeah.
So for me, my motion sickness comes from the visual not lining up with the movement. And I think it is done horrifically in this ride.
Yeah.
The visual does not line up with what your body's doing, and for someone who is motion sickness prone like me, it has been a horrible experience when I've ridden it. There are no rides that make me more motion sick than this one, and couple that with the fact that the material for the ride is so
all over the place,
limited and all over. It's both all over the place and limited. This ride is just a fail for me. It is a 1 out of 5 on Quell.
I'm gonna give it a 2 just because I do really like the queue. I just think it was poorly presented to us. But hey, Jimmy, if you're watching, it's not personal.
It is personal.
It's not.
It is personal, Jimmy.
I really hope Jimmy's watching.
I've called him out several times in our Universal videos, and I've never been responded to, so I don't think he is.
Oh, that's because I've never been in a video.
Right. Jimmy and you are close pals.
I mean, not close, but we worked together for a week. Hey, man. So listen, we have notes. I don't want to make you feel any way, but hashtag the dancing pandas behind you. Hashtag the dancing pandas right there.
I don't know who that is.
It's hashtag, he's coming. It's hashtag the dancing panda.
Hashtag?
Yeah. Hi, hashtag, how are you? Good.
You done any good dancing today?
No. No.
Not yet.
Not yet. Jimmy hasn't played him out yet. Oh, no.
Listen, that's real hashtag.
That is, it's so real. Very real.
There is so much going on that is confusing trying to see everything. At one point, your vehicle goes into a different location, and you can still see the images that you just saw when you were in the other room. For all the waiting to get on this ride, it was such a disappointment. I will not do this ride again. Where were
Transformers?
the explosions?
Yeah! I was gonna go Gringotts until you said where were the explosions.
Yeah. Hey, just for funsies. Let's take it away for the second review.
It's just the Spider-Man ride, but with a lot of Michael Bay. This ride is horrible, just like his movies.
Ouch!
That's good stuff, though. Good
Ow.
I hope Michael Bay has been reading the Transformers ride reviews on Yelp.
Hey, Michael Bay, if you're watching this. I'm kidding, I don't have any experience.
I have personal experience with Michael Bay. He blew me up. Transformers The Ride 3D is one of those iconic Universal simulator attractions. It is a rehash of the original ride system from the Amazing Spider-Man ride over in Islands of Adventure. That ride was incredibly popular, still is incredibly popular, and they brought a new story to it with this Transformers ride over here in Universal Studios. This one is also very popular. You can see it does have a 65-minute wait. I will let you know they have a single rider line, often a very, very short wait. So if you're willing and able to split up your party, that is definitely a way to ride this ride without the super long wait. But basically, you are riding alongside the Transformers, protecting the AllSpark from the Megabots. It is super cool, super action-packed, and even if you aren't the biggest Transformers fan, you can kind of understand what's happening here because it's like the bad robots, the good robots are fighting. It's really not that hard to gather what's going on. But I guess Autobots, roll out! I'm Quincy.
And I'm Sage.
And I'll be playing the Autobots.
And I'll be playing the Decepticons. I'm
I'm Optimus Prime. Get in the car, protect the AllSpark at all costs, and get it away from the Decepticons. They're bad, evil. It's so dark.
I'm Megatron. All spark is mine. Don't think about.
Racing to the city, you're racing to the city, you're racing to the city, you're racing to the city. Big chomper robot, big chomper robot.
No, that goes in your mouth.
Oh my gosh, again, the ride vehicle goes in the monster's mouth.
No, you are not. No. I'm gonna have to agree with a lot of the reviews. I wouldn't say 1 star, but I do agree that it is similar to Supercharged, Fast and Furious Supercharged. It's just a lot of screens. What?
Sorry, I really disagree.
Oh, okay, sure, great. I think it's a lot of screens. I think it's a replica of something that's already better in a different park. I think Transformers is fun, but I don't think it is worth all the hype. I think it's a fun ride, but I do think that I wish if you're gonna try and replicate Spider-Man, let's involve more physical sets like they did over there. That's what makes it cool, is the integration, not just screens upon screens upon screens. It's a fun ride, so I'm gonna give it, I wish I like a 3? A 3.
I really like this ride. It's one of my favorites in this park. I think it's probably in my top 4.
That's a hot take.
It's probably my 4th favorite ride in this park.
Oh good, there are only 6.
There's more than 6.
There's more than 6, yeah.
It's definitely, I really like this ride. I think the screens, unlike in some other rides, Jimmy, I think the screens are done very, very well here. And I think that I don't ever really get motion sick on this ride at all. I think that it's super thrilling, super exciting, super action-packed. I love action movies. I think it's so fun to like see the Transformers. And I think that some of the story moments that happen in this ride, going through the big chomper robot, when you're getting caught by Bumblebee and thrown around all these buildings, yeah, it's really similar to the Spider-Man attraction, but honestly, some of the like surprise moments I think feel a little newer, because they had to come up with ways to make this feel different. For me, it is not like top tier and not worth like an hour-long wait like something might be like Gringotts if you need to. But I am still gonna give this a 4 out of 5 on Quelp. I think if you can get a wait for this that's under 40 minutes, it's probably worth doing. And I do consider it a must do on your Universal day.
Wow, 2 completely different takes on that ride.
So basically let us know in the comments if your team Quincy or team Sage.
No.
There is a right answer and that we ride it Dawn.
No, if your team, and we ride it Dawn. If your team Decepticons or team
Autobots.
Yeah. All right, next one, you ready?
Yes.
Here we go!
Decided to try something new. We ordered an appetizer that seemed to be popular, finished our beer, and ordered another. We were starting to wonder if our order had been forgotten. It had been left under the lights too long and then microwaved to make it hot. The cheese was hard and crusted, as were the potatoes. Will not repeat again. Maybe the bar. But that's it.
I've only gotten the 1 wrong, right?
2.
Well, in that case, I might as well ask for the second review.
Okay.
Gosh, I hate to give this 1 star, but this was downright not good. We had a long day in Universal and we just wanted to sit down and eat something yummy. We ordered a drink that was terrible. I'm literally crying while I'm typing this. Then we split a Reuben. The meat was dry. They put lettuce in place of the sauerkraut and the bread was also dry. The best part about this place was leaving. I'm so sorry.
I think I would have gotten it right on the first one, especially considering I was just nervous because though there's really only 1 full sit-down restaurant in Universal Studios, there are a couple that have bars that are associated or attached or next to them.
Yeah.
It's got to be Finnegan's because of a Reuben.
Finnegan's is correct!
He scared me because he didn't know that was my answer and he just like looked around really nonplussed for me.
Well, to be honest, I thought you'd already answered the question and I was like, oh yeah, we're just gabbing now. Oh no! Now we're going to talk about the place where you will likely find me on a Universal day.
The old torture goods.
The old torture goods. Actually, it is Finnegan's Bar and Grill. Finnegan's Bar and Grill is a table service restaurant where you can eat some, like, I would say pub-inspired food. You've got, you know, your bangers and mash, and you can also grab some, like, burgers, some super simple things. But the reason that I love this place is because there is a fantastic bar. All the bartenders are pretty phenomenal, and you can also do takeaway. So you can come in here, get some drinks to go, or sit at the bar if they've got seats available. Now, during busier times, this is definitely going to be the place to be. They in fact turn this entire place into one giant queue because people are lining up to just grab a drink from this bar, and they usually turn over pretty quickly. But again, one of my favorite places to be, and just to get a nice cocktail while I'm enjoying Universal Studios. Yes, there are other places you can grab drinks, but Finnegan's, it's just my favorite. It's my preferred. I don't think it has the most exciting, you know, variety of food. I don't think it is, you know, honestly, I don't think it's the most tasty food that you're gonna get, you know, here at Universal or City Walk Around Adventure. But what I love about it is the accessibility. I love the bar. It's not typically, if you're trying to get a table, it's not typically a long wait for it either. It is basic pub fare. We're talking Irish-inspired foods, but I really enjoy it. So I wish I could separate it from the restaurant and the bar, but I'm not. It's all looped into one thing. I'm gonna actually give this a 4 out of 5.
Finnegan's for me, this is my go-to when it comes to a sit-down meal inside Universal Studios. Sage is exactly right. There are better options in Islands of Adventure and in City Walk. But if I'm in Universal Studios, I want that sit-down meal. I want to take a breather in the middle of a hot park day. Yeah. Or if I have, like, I've done Finnegan's when I had like 6 people with me and I just needed a big table, just so everyone could take a breather. Very easy to get in and get a table. And then the food is going to be not blow the doors down show stopping, but it's going to be solid. I've always enjoyed my meals here. The portions are great and the prices aren't horrible compared to the other table service restaurant Lombards in this park, which is a little pricier. So I also really like Finnegan's. Not something I necessarily go out of the way for, but it does fill a void. So I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5.
Now, that's why I really wanted to separate it, because the restaurant is not something I go out of the way for, but I do believe they have the best bar in Universal Studios. You do be going to that bar. So I do go out of the way for
I'll be like,
Finnegan's
where are
bar.
you? And he'll be like, Finnegan's.
Like, she's over by Simpsons, and I'm like,
where are you?
Finnegan's.
How'd you get there so fast?
Don't worry about it.
Hey, next one. Roll the clip. This is a really jerky ride, and my head kept going back and forth. The bar is in your lap rather than over your head. Why, oh, why did they do that? Big migraine. I closed my eyes the whole time and prayed I would come out alive. I barely had time to make a selection. Do you know how hard it is to have a migraine while listening to Donna Summer's Bad Girls?
For Pride Rocket.
That's funny.
Also, I also get migraines under Pride Rocket. Like, I have to pre-medicate.
I know you wrote this. All right, hey, next one, just for funsies.
This ride is extremely rough. I've ridden it probably 20 times, and it's given me at least a headache, if not a full migraine, every time. Those brake runs really kill the flow of the ride and my head. They should tear it down and replace it with something bigger and with better theming. Maybe something more iconic. Maybe something that goes 88 miles per hour.
There did used to be a Back to the Future ride here.
Yes, but then we said, hey, you know what we like better than Back to the Future?
The Simpsons.
Carnival.
And now they don't even own The Simpsons anymore. They should bring Back to the Future.
It's all going away.
Rip Ride Rocket, a full-on roller coaster where you decide how much you actually rock out because you're choosing the music to it. It goes, like the climb, it is directly up, 90 degrees, baby. And it's, honestly, I think it's a lot of fun, but it does have a lot of controversy behind it because it can be so wild.
So interestingly, Rip Ride Rocket is a really rough one for me. It does often give me a headache. I do still, on occasion, ride it.
Yeah.
I take medicine before I ride it, usually 20 minutes before I'll take ibuprofen. And oftentimes that'll help me. I really love the ability to change your music. I really love the secret songs, like Rainbow Connection, sung by Kermit. They have Night on Bald Mountain, like very scary music, and I think it's so much fun. it is a really intense coaster. It does give me a headache, and it's just not one that I can do most of the time. For me, it is for that reason a 2 out of 5.
Interesting. I actually, this one doesn't affect me as much as it affects other people. I actually think this ride is a lot of fun. Just that initial, when you're climbing up and that initial drop is wild. I mean, like a lot of G4, like it's just next level. Overall, because I do enjoy it. I think it's a fun thrill. It does rock you around a bit. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5.
All right, next review.
Properly authentic, overpriced, pig swill food that's overpriced. Cold, moldy, and a waste of money. Save your time by throwing your money in the bin and punching yourself in the gut. Appalling that any corporation would willingly shaft the public like this. $18 fish and chips, the slodgy, sticky toffee pudding, and the moldy salad, which we couldn't stomach.
Leaky Cauldron.
Yeah, okay.
Leaky Cauldron.
Yeah. All right, well, just for fun, let's play the second review.
The portions are small and the prices are high. We got a stew and a salad. After a few bites, it was gone and we were left hungry. You can tell the servers know it too. We couldn't even tell what the server was saying because her misery was drowning out her own words.
The Leaky Cauldron is the main dining establishment here in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. There are also some treats, some bars, and things like that, but this is where you're gonna go for full meals. Pretty wide menu. They also serve breakfast, which is awesome. And this is gonna be themed to the Leaky Cauldron, as you might recognize it from the Harry Potter books and movies, in that it is the sort of portal to Diagon Alley, which is why you will find it right at the very front of the area of the park. It has wonderful theming inside with some great uses of forced perspective, and of course the giant Leaky Cauldron itself. Lots of seating, it is air conditioned, and the food, pretty good. Pretty good.
Hello.
The food, pretty good.
Pretty good. Let's talk about it.
I got it. Hold this. People will get it, and you will get it when you rewatch the movies.
So I'm gonna let you lead this one, specifically because I hardly ever go here, and the reason is because it's always so busy.
Sure. Leaky Cauldron is one of my go-to restaurants in Universal.
Yeah.
That has changed a bit with the addition of Minion Cafe, but
That's so funny to me.
It's good. Leaky Cauldron is one that I used to often go to for perfect days, for Wizarding World of Harry Potter days, things like that. It has a very English menu, which is not the most exciting food to most people, and I think that is why this gets a bad rep. It's also not particularly great English food, but there are some winners on the menu. The fish and chips are not bad, and for me, I really, really love the pies that they have here. They have a fisherman's pie and a farmer's pie, and you can get many versions of them both together, and that's my go-to at this restaurant. It's got a good variety, and it is kind of about what you order. It's also got amazing drinks, including butterbeer, as well as some of my other favorite drinks that you can find in the Wizarding World. So I am gonna give this one a 4 out of 5 on Quelp. I think it's a little inconsistent, mostly from a speed with which you are served.
Yeah.
But if you go on non-peak times, typically you can find a pretty short wait for your meal. They have mobile order.
I'm gonna go with you on this one, just because I don't think I've been back to this place since pre-pandemic. So should we have a perfect day where we come here? Just like, hold on, let's schedule Cote.
You just want that, but yeah, we can.
Oh yes! I won!
You ever read Fahrenheit 451, where one of the characters watches TV that makes no sense in a room with TVs on 3 of the walls? Imagine that, but worse. I will say that the people acting in the lead up to this ride were really giving it their all, and they are the only positive thing about this ride. But even they seem pretty over what they were doing. All in all, it's a dumpster fire.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, there we go.
I thought you were high-fiving.
Hey! We've been doing that a lot. Like, we like celebrate, and then they're like, oh, yeah, oh God.
Oh, God. It's like Emma with Belle.
All right. We'll do the second review.
It isn't fast. And it left me furious.
And that's it. Good stuff.
I just want to say that we did mention Fast and Furious got rid of Disaster, but it also got rid of Beetlejuice. It also got rid of Beetlejuice Live. musical review. What a bummer.
My nails are Beetlejuice right now.
Take it, show them the bottom. There we go. There it is. Why am I like, honey, show them the bottom. They're gonna love it. To get rid of two really like great attractions for this attraction seems kind of like a crime.
Yeah, like an actual personal attack on me.
And me.
And everyone who's ever enjoyed fun and goodness in the world.
And all the people who haven't enjoyed fun and goodness in the world.
It's an attack on everyone.
Yeah. Basically, Fast and Furious Supercharged is you're being welcomed onto a party bus because the team needs your help because, you know, family...
The team doesn't need your help. You're going to a party with the fam.
I know, but the team... But
I mean, they do need your help.
Yes, you get a call.
Well, the FBI.
And you get a call. Vin Diesel's like, hey, you guys coming? I need your help.
I think he says you're coming to the party because you're part of the family.
Yeah, but also, family always helps.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so they need your help. I don't know. I've ridden it twice because that's how much I don't love this ride. Long story short, you know what? We're just gonna act it out for you.
Yeah, long story short, this is what you're missing on the ride, and...
Here we go.
I'm Quincy.
And I'm Sage.
And I will be playing half of the family.
And I will be playing the other half, and you will be playing the party bus.
Now you're the party bus.
Okay.
So if you guys would just like give us a little... Oh, really excited to be a part of the family, you guys. You know, like I was talking to Ludacris earlier.
Hey, it's me. It's me. I am Groot. We need your help.
I don't think you do, but what's up, Dom?
Hey, we're throwing a sick bash.
Y'all head into the war room and see if you can talk to Ludacris.
Luda?
Oh, Ludacris! When I was 13,
I had my first love. There was nobody that compared to my baby. No one could ever come could ever come above. He had me going crazy, like I was starstruck.
Come on, get in the van. Wait, you're in the van. Give me more of this. Yeah. First off, we're gonna drive through a parking garage for a really long time. And look, we're here at the pre-party because this is not the actual party. I understand it's confusing. I'm gonna put in park though because look at all those girls dancing. Yeah, look at them go. Look at them go. All right. Break it up. Get out of here. Get out of here. We're looking for the FBI informant. We're breaking up this party, breaking up this joint. Whoa, that was a crazy way to enter.
And then on one side, I'm on a helicopter. And then I'm on the other side. I think I'm on a car. Help! I'm on a car. And now on the other side, there's an explosion. What can I say except we're dead soon? And then on this side, there's there's another woman on this side.
Just tell me when we're gonna jump the drawbridge.
She was late to the party.
That looks cute from back here.
And now we're gonna jump the bridge.
And we somehow land in the back of a trailer. It literally, that's how it ends. You then drive around and they're like, all right, get out and enjoy the party. And then you go party at the cars outside.
Oh, nice. There was nobody that compared to my baby. No one ever come between us. Could ever come above. Thoughts and feelings.
This is a skip for me. I ride this ride with people who have never ridden it because that makes it fun, because you can talk about how fun and thrilling it is, and then they get, they're like, what was that? And it's funny to like prank your friends and family when they haven't ridden it.
Yeah.
That's the only real time that I ride this. It often has a long wait because the loading capacity of the ride is low, so it often will have like a 40-minute plus wait. Please, I'm begging you, do not wait that for this ride. It will feel like such a waste of time during your day. If you want to ride this, ride it early or ride it late so that you can wait 5 to 10 minutes and that's it. It is just not a must-do. I skip it almost every time I'm here unless I literally am like,
there's nothing else to do.
There's nothing else to do. I'm gonna give it a 2 because I do think if you want to see the cool cars in the queue, there's some appeal, and it's fun to see all the celebrities. And it's not like an experience that I feel like is painful, at least. So I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 on Quilt.
There are 2 redeeming things to this attraction. One of them is ludicrous. One of them is the cast members in the pre-show. They're really working their butt off to try and make something happen. The team members, excuse me. So shout out to the team members who work at this attraction. Thank you for doing your best with what you were given. The other thing that I think that I actually kind of really enjoy about the actual attraction itself is that moment when you are going down that really long tunnel and it gets faster and faster. I'm like, that's like a fun effect. I'm like, all right.
But you're not actually moving at that point. It's cool.
Well, you are. You're just moving very, very slowly.
Yeah.
But overall, those are the 2 redeeming things. truly my biggest gripe with it is that it got rid of 2 fantastic attractions and it replaced it with this, which is like widely unliked. When I say widely, I mean like by the masses. So for me, I'm actually going to give it a 1. This is indeed a 1-star Yelp review for me, because I just think it had a Fast and Furious ride. There were so many opportunities. A
lot of people think, why wasn't that a roller coaster? And good news, if you ever go to Universal Hollywood, is that they are opening a Fast and Furious roller coaster over there. Yep. Not yet, but it's in construction right now, so that should be pretty cool.
But I do think there was a lot of other things they could do with that, so I'm giving it a 1.
First of all, it's yet another cop-out 3D ride, which means there's more phony visuals than actual movement. Call me old-fashioned, but one should actually feel a drop rather than the movie trying to fake it out of my brain. For the insane fans who just love the experience of being in the building, then fine, you'll enjoy it, I guess. For people wanting to experience an actual ride, you're out of luck.
It's Gringotts.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay. I was like, well, you do drop, and also...
I know exactly what they're talking about in the ride, but that is confusing, especially because there are a lot of rides that are just 3D, and this one has like a lot more going on.
We've made it to a Diagon Alley. There are 2 different parts currently at the time of filming, soon to be 3, but there are 2 different parts of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. There is Diagon Alley, which is here at Universal Studios, and Hogsmeade, which is over in Islands of Adventure. The only way to do that is to have a completely separate park ticket. But this is the place where all the wizards, they go before school and sometimes during school, where you can buy your wands, you get your potions, you have your bank, your cauldrons. But first, Gringotts.
Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts is the attraction here in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter on the Universal Studios side. This is a ride that takes you inside the Bank of Gringotts, and things go a little wrong as you're trying to open your account. It isn't exactly accurate to the story, but it is a whole lot of fun as you see a bunch of iconic characters. Expect a roller coaster style attraction that does stop for some simulation style scenes. Very, very immersive, very fun, and has an utterly spectacular queue. This one is hands down the most popular attraction in the park and absolutely a must-do. I'm Quincy.
And I'm Sage.
And I will be playing the part of... We do not have a dialect trainer on staff today with us.
Emma's not here. She's typically better at
we will do our
British
best.
accents. Okay. And here goes my career. Go on in. You're very small.
Yeah, I'm a goblin.
Oh, looks like you found the track. Oh no, I better disappear into the darkness.
Where's Harry Potter? Coming! I'm out of
Goodbye. Argumenti. Harry Potter, the boy who lived.
I know your tickets. Something about my vault.
Oh, I have a snake friend.
Oh.
He's not very happy. I will find you. Roller coaster work. Wow. Oh, roller coaster. And now is where you die.
We're gonna get you out of here. Hang on.
Wow. Well, glad to see you got out. And remember, money's money.
Safest place on earth.
Oh, safest place on earth. I did Kate.
That was nice.
So I actually love this ride. I think it is probably one of the better rides that combine screens and physical sets. Also, it's part roller coaster as well. That initial drop down is really, really fun and exciting, and you never fully expect it. Recently, I came here for Halloween Horror Nights for a personal reason.
A personal reason. I like getting spooked.
I just meant it wasn't.
Sorry, I shared your personal reason for coming to Halloween Horror Nights.
I just meant it wasn't for work, and my wife Shannon got to do it. She hasn't done it in, I would say, like maybe pre-pandemic, and it just like seeing how surprised she was. Like again, it was just so much fun. Yes, again, Universal gets gets a lot of hate for having more and more screens, which I totally get. It's not my favorite, but I think it does the best job of integrating all the things.
Yeah, I think that screens are great in moderation. And
Moderation.
This ride uses them in moderation. It's still a coaster. There's still a lot of fun, fast flying down the track moments. I love this ride. I think it is one of the best rides in this park, if not the best.
Yeah.
Gonna be a 5 out of 5 on Quilt.
It is also going to be a 5 out of 5 just because I love the theming, I love the integration, and it's fun storytelling.
Yeah.
Quincy, I'm so sorry. This, I believe, is your worst score yet.
What did I get?
15. 15. You got 2. You went in so confident. 15. It's okay. Island Adventure. It's gonna be your perfect.
I'm getting my perfect score at IOA. I will study out. You know what I didn't think about?
What?
The fact that like Universal food isn't as like descript as Disney food.
Yeah.
So the food one's really. I'm like saying like I got only food ones wrong. I also got ride ones wrong. Islands Adventure is gonna be my day.
Yeah.
My day for a perfect score. It seems like I'm drawing this out as like a plot line, but I'm really not. I haven't got it.
If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe.
And now go watch us do Yelp reviews at Disney Springs.
Bye.